She want me to be the hero, but I'm more Darth Vader. Good girls always fall for the bad guy. Lucky me because the good girls are my type. Good girls always fall for the bad guy. Lucky me because the good girls are my type. If I ever need a play, I got her on call. Gave it to her ass so good she want her encore. She know that I am the plug if she need more. Every time she hit my line, I'm dropping D off. Shorty wanna come with me when we take flights. Told her when the heat is on, you gotta move like. Sometimes the villain disappear and I just might. If this your girl, you better keep her locked up tight. Off the clock and she wanna have fun now. Bad vibes disappear when we come round. She know all of my intentions are good. Mad love, but I'm misunderstood. She want me to save her, but I am not a savior. She want me to be the hero, but I'm more Darth Vader. Good girls always fall for the bad guy. Lucky me because the good girls are my type. Good girls always fall for the bad guy. Lucky me because the good girls are my type.
I think this intro song is a little fitting. What's happening, everybody? It's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is your boy Onyx here at Going Full Nerd. This has been a real busy week. This has been a busy week. I guess I need to turn down the music and we need to get to the standards when we're recording Going Full Nerd, the podcast. So what's happening? So as always, I like to get the shameless plug out of the way. The shameless plug is as follows. Remember, please take a look at goingfullnerd.com where you can go ahead and get new release information on comic books from independent and major publishers. Also, if you like the podcast itself, what I need you to go ahead and do is I need you to check it out on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Pandora, or wherever you absorb your listening podcast information. And if you want to go ahead and join live, if you're watching on YouTube right now, you've already done the first step, and that is checking out this channel. So the next thing that you need to do after that is make sure you're subscribed and click the bell button, ding, 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 so you can get all of the information. Okay, we're going to have a couple of things in the background. I need to mute some. Okay, I had to mute some stuff because I'll get background noise and all that stuff. I think you guys have seen and heard all the news this week. I did a video on it. I dropped one, and it's all been about the Snyder Cut. It's been about the Snyder Cut all week since Warner Brothers dropped the big news with Zack Snyder, and they were like, yo, we gonna have the Snyder Cut on HBO Max. I went into all my reasons about that in the previous video that debuted this week, and I'm not knocking any of the Snyder Cut people. Okay, I've had my moments in the past because in the beginning, when this all went down, Zack Snyder sounded like a jilted girlfriend getting upset, and then you had toxic fans from both sides doing their thing, tripping. Okay, but here goes the deal. It's getting released. There's new management at Warner Brothers. I talked about all that. Agree or disagree, or agree to disagree. It is what it is. It's going to come out on HBO Max. He's getting about, 30 mil to finish up what he wanted to finish up? You know, hey, that's like me telling you guys, here's $5, make it work. But anyway, check this out. Has this turned fan bases toxic? Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying that the Snyder Cut people were toxic. I'm not saying the people who were against it toxic, but has this set a new precedent? Think about it. I've already said my piece about the real reasons behind the release of the Snyder Cut. Now, it spawned all sorts of save this regarding cancel shows. So we got to save this. I got to save that. I got to save this. Bring this back. Do this. Do that. Okay. Cancel shows, unfinished projects. People are all over the internet about it now. Okay? Think about it. All right? So when will this end? Okay? Or is this only the beginning? Okay? So basically what we're going to turn in the Captain Saver show. That's right. Captain Save a Show coming out to save all the stuff that you wish you had or wanted to see more of, or get down with the get down and say, hey, this needs to be here. So, what are your favorite Captain Saver shows that you want to bring back? I mean, this is the thing. I always talk about Hollywood being unoriginal. And with Hollywood being unoriginal, we get all sorts of reboots, remakes, flashbacks, and all this other stuff. So the thing about it is it a precedence now that if a fan, okay, of a show is unsatisfied with the direction it went, or if we're unsatisfied about the way it ended, should we bring it back? Should we get a do over? Should we talk to these people and be like, yo, no, 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 save this. No, re release this. Do this, do that. Okay, because we got a lot of toxic fan bases out there, and I'm gonna call them toxic because they don't want to hear nothing about business. They want to know, I want what I want when I want it right now. This is the way the story should have went. What happened to fan fiction, folks? That's why we have fan fiction. Okay, if you want a story different, that's why you got fan fiction. All right, think about it. Okay, so let's talk about some of the things that I've seen on the internet about coming back, about trying to do. So this is your boy Onyx, all right? And I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm going to say this. I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to say this wholeheartedly. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to tell you the stuff that I want to see. I'm going to say, this is the Onyx cut. Save these shows. Bring these back. Okay? You guys are throwing it in the chat, and y'all getting ahead of me, but we going to make it. Let's talk number one. All right? Marvel Netflix shows. Hashtag save Marvel Netflix. Okay? I'm not saying this got to stay on Netflix because now we have Disney Plus and a nice little place, but let's save the shows that we like. A lot of people, they had issues with Iron Fist. They had issues with Jessica Jones. I like Jessica Jones personally. That was one of the most well thought out, best played shows, comic book wise, story wise, and all that. I liked it. Okay. But the three major players were Luke Cage, Punisher, and Daredevil. Bring them back. If the Snyder Cut people can have their Snyder Cut, we can have Marvel Netflix shows, especially Daredevil, Punisher, and Luke Cage. Do it now. That's right. Bring it now. Okay? All right. Now, this is one I seen online. I don't think this really needs one. Okay? But a lot of people are clamoring for it, especially after that last Joker movie. Okay? Let's do a David Ayer cut of Suicide Squad. Okay? With the Jared Leto gangster Joker. All right? That mix between the Joker and Prince that, they had in the Suicide Squad movie where Will Smith was basically Will Smith, not Deadshot. He was Will Smith. But, bring back the day because they say they had a whole lot of footage shot with Jared Leto as the Joker. And he's been getting a lot of hate about being the Joker. So why don't we bring that one back too? Okay, let's bring the Suicide Squad back, and we could go ahead and do that. And then boom, boom, boom. That we good with that one, right? Okay, we straight? Okay. What else? This is one that a lot of people had a little thing about. Now, I'm going to sound bad. I've never watched one episode of this show. This show that I'm going to talk about, I've never touched this show in my life. Game of Thrones. Okay? Everybody had the ass on the internet with the last portion of Game of Thrones. So my question is this. This is your boy. Should they do a do-over? HBO Max is doing a whole bunch of stuff right now. So if they drop 20 to 30 mil on the Snyder Cut, why can't they drop about 20 to 30 mil on redoing those last episodes of Game of Thrones, folks? I mean, it's well within it. If we fans and we gonna do that, come on. Let's make it work. Let's do this. Redo Game of Thrones. We gonna do it? I I'm just saying. Come on, work with me. Now, here goes some that a lot of people got their thing with. But I can tell you for a fact that Disney's not going to deal with a lot of this. Okay. The Marvel Netflix shows, you actually have a chance getting that past Disney executives because they were very profitable, they were very good, and people have been clamoring for it. But here goes the thing. All right. I'm going to throw this out at you. All right. Star Wars prequels. I'm talking about episodes one, two, and three. A lot of people have said, yo, what do we do? Let's redo that. Let's get a do over. Okay? Let's get a do over. So, what you think? Should that be the new hashtag redo or hashtag let's get a better version? Is that it? Or should we throw in there the rise of Skywalker? Yeah, the rise of Skywalker, that last one, because a lot of people said that felt like a cop out. Okay? We going, spoilers be damned. You know what happened in that. So, is that something else? Okay? Do we need to get a reboot of um well, I'm not going to say reboot, but do we get to continue the sci-fi series known as Firefly? That's a fan favorite. That was actually pretty damn good to only have run for like a year. Where is that? What's up? Can we get that back? Okay? You know, let's get that back. Let's finish that up. Let's get some of those out of work actors some work. Okay? I mean, I'm just saying. So let me go into the chat and let me take a look at some of the things that you guys are talking about. So, what should we be Captain Saver show about? Okay? I mean, since we out here, putting on our capes, you know, want to save the world, want to make entertainment better for everyone. Because now that we've been all stuck in the house, we are exactly what we said we would probably never be, which is we are now creative minds. We all have an opinion and we can find, pick, and tune, and we don't need critics like on it. Oh, my bad. I was going on a rant right there. But listen, so let's take a look. So what we got? All right, so we looking here. I'm going in. So my man Shadow jumped in the chat. What's up, Shadow? So he's talking about Punisher. If not most of all the Netflix shows, do it now. Yes, yes, that is a 100% agree. That was, and I'm a hit the hashtag on that. So if anybody's starting to save Marvel Netflix hashtag or bring back the Netflix Dark series, I like to call them the Marvel Knights. Okay, like based after the comic book. Y'all want to start that hashtag? Send it to me. Let's get it trending. Let's get it trending. Come on. We were able to do it. Somebody said no thanks to the Shadow said no thanks to the Jared Leto Joker. Omar Omar said take the zero on Suicide Squad. Okay, I got you. I got you. Okay, so I feel you. Now, the last season of Game of Thrones, I would play video games with some of my partners, and they'd be like, "Yo, no, 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 we got to get off of Game of Thrones." So the statement has been made that that last season turned off a lot of people. So let's figure that out. Let's see what's going down. Let's see going on. Star Wars is overdone. Okay, that's key. That's key. Star Wars is overdone. All right. So basically, get some new material for Star Wars. Go a different tangent. Get away from the Skywalkers. I get that. I get that. I could deal with that. All right, what we got? The Last Airbender. Okay, The Last Airbender. Now, here goes the deal. A live action Last Airbender. I don't think we should never have went live action with that one. Let's just have the cartoon. Enjoy life. It's now on Disney Plus. We could do that. Bam. I'm good. I'm feeling that. We could do that. All right, what else we got here? All right. They need to bring Constantine back. Now, I am going to have to agree with that. I was down with Constantine from the very beginning. If we're going to start some hashtag stuff, hashtag Constantine returns. And if we're going to go ahead and do that with the same fever and emotion, I would also suggest Lucifer, Okay, which has one more season that's going to get done on Netflix. But to have Constantine and Lucifer, which were from DC Comics Vertigo line, those two were exemplary shows. They were great shows. They were very in line with the comics. Okay, they were different, but they were, they were intriguing. They kept it cool, kept it in character. I'm digging with that. Let's go ahead and do that. That's a good one. That's a good one. So I need somebody to make sure we're writing these down. Hashtag save DC Vertigo. Let's call it DC Vertigo. Okay. Or bring back Constantine and Lucifer. That's a key. That's a key. What else we got? So we talking about redoing some shows. Okay, Shadow jumped in talking about Viper, Mantis. What you want? Who said Manimal? Who said Manimal? Bring back Manimal. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Some of these 90s shows. Hmm. I don't know. Or 80s. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Let's see. What else we got here? Now, the Ridley Scott Alien prequels, they need to be finished. Yes, you know what? There's a lot of times that me and my man Demond, we go back and forth. Okay. We go back and forth a lot. But that's one thing we can agree on. The Ridley Scott Alien prequels, I think they weren't done very well at Fox. Okay. And I'm not sure how well they're going to be received and done over at Disney also, since the acquisition. But here goes the thing. A lot of the movies, like your Aliens, and some of your like horror flicks, um like your Freddy Kruegers and Jasons and all that, and then series like the Terminators and all that. I think they've gone Alien, Predator. They've gone all over the place with these things, and I need to think they need to bring them back to their roots because what made these things real good was they had a very static, flow of thought. Okay, they had a very sequence of events that worked for them, and a lot of people wanted to get so much into the backgrounds of certain characters that then, to me, you tweak here, you tweak there, but you don't have to go too deep. Leave an air of mystery around some characters. It could work. It could work. Okay. um let's going back through Constantine, awesome, and Justice League Dark. Yes, they animated Constantine, which they used the actor from the live action Constantine show, was pretty damn cool. But that shows the difference between Warner Brothers Animation Studios, Warner Brothers Television Studios versus Warner Brothers Film Studios. So hopefully now they got all that stuff straight and we can make it work. Things that we can do to redo. Spider-Man 2099. You talking about the cartoon? I mean, the cartoons I'm not really going to touch because cartoons, they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We could do the cartoons one way or the other. We'll figure that out, see what goes down, and all that good stuff. Now, here's the thing, and this is the thing. Now, what the thing about it is as fans, we got things we love. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna throw out here. I really don't like mentioning the Snyder Cut a whole heck of a lot. But I know that they're talking about showing extended Green Lantern footage in the Snyder Cut. There's been rumors hitting the internet. They're not going to reshoot stuff. They are going to reshoot stuff. Nothing official has been put out. Oh, Ryan Reynolds is going to be in it. He's going to still be Green Lantern. Those are all rumors. We got to weed through the rumors and figure it out. But the movie that I felt got no justice from Warner Brothers and got treated so bad was one of my favorite superheroes, Green Lantern. Okay, now here goes the deal. Now, if you're going to save anything or if you're going to create a hashtag for something, and my hashtag would be Save the Green Lantern Corps. Now, I know they're coming out with a series on HBO Max. I don't know what the budget is. I have to look it back up. And I really, really, really hope that they do this well. But the movie itself, what irked me about the original Green Lantern movie was the lack of the use of a practical costume. They used 100% CGI, which really wasn't feeling that. Okay. And then the flippant jokester attitude of Ryan Reynolds as Hal Jordan. He should have been a little bit more serious. What I would have liked to have as Hal Jordan if you go back and you look at the animated series Justice League War, the cockiness and the attitude, not flippant, jokey, but cockiness and attitude that they did in the animated series would have done a hell of a lot better. And Ryan Reynolds could have actually did that. He could have actually pulled that off. He chose not to. He didn't. I don't know what direction he got, what happened, but I really feel that they missed out with that Green Lantern series, especially with Mark Strong as Sinestro. He did a all right job as Savannah inside Shazam, but he was made and looked so good in that Sinestro role at the end of the Green Lantern film in that outfit with the yellow ring. Oh my gosh. Wasted opportunity, Warner Brothers. 100% wasted. Now, looking at this, now, Damon, you just gave me some info. You said the budget is rumored at 100 mil. That would be great. That would be great because the amount of CGI that has to go into it. But if you're going to do the CGI, make the CGI for the constructs. I mean, in all honesty, I'm not real big about television CGI, but I've been watching a couple of different shows on television. I'm like, well, some of this look good. Now, I don't know if it's the change of management that's going to make things like that worth it. I mean, they talked about the budget for Swamp Thing, which was on DC Universe and had great CGI. It was great special effects. Yet they said that cost too much and they canceled it. Now they're talking about bringing it back for HBO Max. I'd love to get some more details on that, but I'd love to know more. What deems a show being too costly to produce versus we're going to dump this money on it? Who makes those decisions? I'd love to know. I'd love to know. Now, talking about Ryan Reynolds um, and Deadpool, and no, don't bring him back as Green Lantern. Here goes the thing. He wouldn't have been my first choice as a Hal Jordan. Okay, I could tell you that for a fact. All right. There are a lot of actors. I'd rather have gotten an unnamed, no name actor to be Hal Jordan. I would really like to go, if you're going to go ahead and get a Green Lantern, you get yourself a no name actor. A lot of people, a good actor that could actually do it, in my opinion, John Krasinski could be a good Hal Jordan, but he also would be a great Mr. Fantastic if Marvel decides to do Fantastic Four. So I'm not sure what, that would be on him. He just signed a great deal with CBS Viacom. So how those contracts work out, who knows where he'll show up next. But you think about it, you could go ahead and do that. Now, here goes my thing, get some new actors doing some things, okay? I understand that. Some people say, no, get somebody that looks the part. No, get somebody that can do it. It is what it is, folks. It is what it is, folks. We can get what we can get when we can get it. We figure it out. All right. But if you're going to have a Green Lantern flick, characters you must have. You got to have Guy Gardner. You got to have John Stewart. You got to have Hal Jordan. And you got to have Kyle Rayner. You got to have those Green Lanterns, the Earth Green Lanterns. Every other Green Lantern, to include the new ones they introduced, Simon Baz, Jessica Cruz, you can do them in later movies, cameos, things like that. But to have that core of Hal Jordan, John Stewart, okay, and Guy Gardner, and backing them up, Kyle Rayner as the rookie, that would be awesome. That would be hot. All right. Here's the thing. Now, I'm not going to agree with Omar on this one. Titans does not need a redo. Titans is pretty good. I like Titans for what it's worth. Because let's go talk about it, people. Let's talk about this. Infinite probabilities, crisis on infinite Earths. You could tell also Elseworlds, what if, whatever you want to do it, they can do that. And that's why, even though I got issues with how Superman and Batman were portrayed in Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman, as a comic book fan, there are infinite universes. Hey, so it is what it is. But now, Fantastic Four, on the other hand, I'm gonna disagree with my man Shadow. Uh, Sorry, bro. Fantastic Four needs to exist. It needs to be done properly, and it doesn't need to be rushed. It keeps bombing because Fox was in charge and Fox didn't give a damn. Fox was trying to ride that gravy train and make that money and keep them rights. Now that they don't have those rights anymore and they reverted back to Marvel Studios proper, we could possibly get a decent Fantastic Four story because you've got individuals involved on the comic book side making informed critiques to these directors and talking to them and going there. Like I say, the missteps at Warner Brothers before the change in management. What I will say is this: is I would have preferred to get Kevin Smith and Jim Lee as creative directors behind any Warner Brothers film, and let those two guys make some decisions. Let those guys kind of guide a lot of these directors instead of some of these money chasing producers. Okay, directors be damned. These guys, you need to have somebody that can monitor creative content, not your producer, not your director, but a third party that's going to be like, hey, listen, you see this? We got to do this. This is the track, that we got to do. You can't just take a title and say F it, you know. Hey, Superman, let's take his drawers off and put him on screen. I'm just saying. All right, that's right. Because I'm gonna say for my boy Wilbur, you got major villain unused properly. Doctor Doom is a Thanos level villain. Maybe not for the thing. It is what it is. Now that goes back to what I'm also going to say about the DC Universe stuff, the Warner Brothers stuff. Treat Lex Luthor correctly. Okay, I'm still gonna argue that their Lex Luthor is a little bit shady. Okay, I don't know if that was a directorial thing or if it was a story thing, but their Lex Luthor in those films was kind of shaky. Just putting it out there. The other thing that I'm always volunteering to be the third party. I'm gonna just throw out there, if Warner Brothers or Disney wants to hire a belligerent old comic book fan, I am available. I'm just putting it out there. I am 100% available. So please, Warner Brothers, Disney, heck, I'll even start reading a whole bunch of books. Valiant Comics, y'all starting to make movies now. Y'all want a belligerent comic book fan? Okay, don't wait for the internet. Hire one off the bat. I got you. Okay, it is what it is. Just give me some swag, slide a little money in the paycheck. We call it a day, and I'll be online. It's the greatest thing since buttered bread, but this is the direction we're going to go. All right? You might not want to do that. Put them drawers back on Superman and Batman. Okay? I'll be like that. That's all I'm going to say. Now, last but not least, because, we getting to that point. I got to go ahead and cut this loose. And I got to finish my adult beverage. But the thing about it, and here's the key. Here's the key. Fans are what make movies. Fans are what make comics. Fans are what makes cartoons. Here's the deal. Okay? Now, I'm gonna talk to my man Demand offline about what happens when Superman don't have when he wears his drawers on the inside. Okay, let me have my little kid moment. If I'm gonna be a superhero, my drawers need to be on the outside. Okay, I'm not a superhero. I need to. I know everybody talking about real life heroes, your nurses, your firefighters, your military, and all that. Yes, we gotta, those individuals. We gotta wear our drawers on the inside. But if you're gonna be a superhero in tights, I need your drawers on the outside. That's just me. I'ma just leave it at that. But here goes the deal. But to end it on this note is, I'm glad the fan service got what they wanted. Okay. Be careful what you wish for. I hope it turns out good. I'm not going to be a naysayer. I'm not going to be that person to say, oh, it's going to fail. I always want the best. Okay. It always has to be the best. But if it's not, and if it isn't what we expect, if it doesn't live up to the expectations, I need people to own up to it. That's all I'm saying. I want everybody, if this or anything they reshoot, redo, rebring back does not meet the requirement, I need them to own up to it. Josh Trank with the Fantastic Four, he gets a lot of hate. He gets a lot of things, but he owned up to it. He knew his movie. He knew he should have been known as Josh Stank when it came to creating that version of the Fantastic Four. He knew it. He knew it. He owned up to it. Okay? David Ayer with Suicide Squad is owning up to it. He's telling people don't worry about it. Okay? I seen a couple of things. He's like, nah, I'm cool. I'm cool with without having a David Ayers cut. Okay? But people are going to ask for what they're going to ask for. But here goes the thing. Don't make it a precedence, folks. Make your voice heard before it happens. And that's the thing that I always got to say. And this also not only applies to entertainment like movies, television, and all that good stuff, but it also, I'm not dipping into politics, but it also deals with everyday life. Make your voice heard ahead of time, okay? Mold and adjust everything ahead of time. Don't be silent. Don't sit and wait back to complain. Voice your things ahead of time. Say what you want in the beginning and make your voice heard. That's all I can say. All right, everybody, it's your boy Onyx. You know what? I didn't even open up the phone lines, but that's okay. If you want to leave a comment on the YouTube video, please leave a comment on the YouTube video. Talk about it. Hit this video with a thumbs up. Hit it with a like. Please let me do that. I know how many of y'all in the room. Y'all need to hit this with some thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Share the opinion. Put your opinion inside of the comments. In addition, the phone number is in the description of the video. Okay? If you need to know the phone number is 202-643-4208. Leave a message and I could play it on the next recording. Okay? We'll do some fan service. So here's the thing. Call that number and leave a message on what show you want to save. You're going to be Captain Save a Show, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to play it back for everybody to hear it. But anyway, y'all, it's getting hot in my room, finishing my beer, and I think I need to play some video games. Peace, y'all, and I'm out of here. And always remember, if you can't say something nice about somebody, don't say anything at all. Just send me a direct message on Twitter. I'll say it for you. Peace.
She got a thing for the super villain. Someone that love you for you with a bomb feeling. Finally you got what you want, you can stop wishing. Answer to all of your prayers, this was God's vision. She was choosing, I can see it all in your vibe. Can't deny what you was feeling when we locked eyes. I'm just trying to get away when the time right. Trying to get away from knowing this is that night. She want me to save her, but I am not a savior. She want me to be the hero, but I'm more Darth Vader. Good girls always fall for the bad guy. Lucky me because the good girls are my type. Good girls always fall for the bad guy. Lucky me because the good girls are my type. If I ever need a play, I got her on call. Gave it to her ass so good she want her encore. She know that